What's up, Print Fam? Welcome back to the Print Shop. In the last video, I talked about how you might not be charging enough to cover your expenses. We go over that. We talk about how you might be missing things and ways that you could potentially solve it. Now, in this video, I want to talk about the CRM that I'm using that helps me manage and track jobs and customers, specifically customers, because the more you can follow up and track your customers and know what's going on in your business, it gives you a better idea of what's coming, what's going, and how to take care of it. So in my office here, we've got a TV hanging up on the wall. And the purpose of the TV is so that we can have the dashboard displayed all of the time, because I want the numbers large and in front of our faces. So there's me and Nate that sit in this office. Nate is my new sales guy that I'm training to kind of replace me, because I've realized in the business I have a lot of weaknesses. There's a lot of things that I'm bad at. There's a lot of things that I want to spend more time on, but my time is just split between so many different things. So with the dashboard, by using Go High Level, which is what we use, it allows us to see all the opportunities, see where they are, understand the numbers, so that with the numbers, we can drive decisions. So really quickly, you can see that our average deal size is $1,500. My average deal is $2,000. Nate's is $1,000. We can see that our opportunity value is $106,000. Of that, we have like 70 something that's closed, 30 something that's open, and then some that are lost. We can see our conversion rate is about 50%. We can see where the different opportunity statuses are. We can see metrics, because we do all of the phone calls, all the emails through the system as well. So we can see how many I've sent, how many he sent. And you can tell that I do a lot more emails and Nate does a lot more phone calls, and that is on purpose. I don't like talking on the phone, and it's just because I shouldn't say that I don't like talking on the phone. I just get distracted and then I don't do anything else. So that is why I don't like talking on the phone. Nate, on the other hand, that's his job, to talk on the phone. So the nice thing with GHL is we've been able to put all of the customers inside of GHL. And with that, we have a few different smart groups that we've defined them with. So I'll show you those in a minute. I'm not sure the best way to show, because I don't want to show all their contact information. But basically, we have different pots that we put people in. So I have a leads pot, which is everyone that I've done business with, but I haven't done business with this year. And then we have the customer pot, which is anyone that I've done business with this year. And then we have a few others: wholesale, dead lead, inbound customer, because there are some customers that are like, stop calling me, stop messaging me. If I need something, I'll talk to you. And then we have leads that we call or that get in the system that either have gone out of business or just don't want to work with us anymore, or don't do anything, or don't want to do anything. So we have different buckets that we put them in. But what we do is any customer needs to be contacted every 30 days. And then every lead needs to be contacted at least every 60 days. So we've got smart buckets that we can put them in to do some of that for us. So, well, not do it for us. We could have it do it for us, but we just make it so that we know, oh, we got to contact this person. So we've got our smart lists up here that make it really easy to know what we need to do. So customers that have had no contact in 30 days, or leads that have had no contact in 60 days. Customers that haven't been contacted in 30 days shows up here, and you can see that we got 5 of them currently. We didn't work on Friday for the 4th of July. So when Nate comes in on Monday, he'll contact these 5 people. And then we do the same thing with leads no contact. Now, the difference with lead no contact is you can see that there's 60 records rather than just 5. And so we have leads no contact, and then I'm not going to show you them. But basically, every day he just works on reducing this number. And then Nate fills out KPIs, or is supposed to fill them out every day. He gets reminders that says, did he clear it out? Yes or no? Why? And that meant that I couldn't bring him up to speed on where the customer was, and then how many he's gone through, which the last few days he hasn't gone through any because we've been dealing with customers. And then he gives me anything that's blocking him from doing his job. Being able to track all this information is super helpful. And contacting these customers has turned into more business because they want to do business and they need to do business, but it's not necessarily a priority for them. As an example, we have a roofing company that we work with that the last time we did yard signs for them was about 2 years ago. Nate gave them a call and she said, "Oh, it's been on my to do list. I just haven't had time to do it. And I need to do it, but I haven't." And he said, "Well, what do you need to do about it?" She's like, "Well, we changed the design and I need to get a list of everyone's phone number so we can do it." He said, "Well, how many are you thinking?" Got her the quote for it. And then a couple days later, he followed up with her and she finally got us the list of emails. So now we're working on the artwork to get it for her. And it just pushed that along. It was something she needed to do. It just wasn't a priority for her. And by us being top of mind, by contacting them, it's made it so that they are going to move forward with the order. So calling and talking to people has been super helpful in bringing in more revenue. Now I track all of Nate's jobs in a spreadsheet so that I can pay him his commission. Um, it doesn't have everything in here because not everyone has paid. We had a new customer that is actually one of Nate's neighbors, which is also one of the business neighbors. It was just a really good way to get our foot in the door that he happens to be next door neighbors with them. And that one we're doing net 7. And so it's not in here yet. But without that, he generated $10,000 of top line revenue. With that, it's going to be closer to about 20 because they had a big customer, or not a customer, big employee event that we did some swag for. By him calling and reaching out to people has made it so that the amount of revenue that's coming into the business is increasing, which with that, it will either add to mine or it will allow me to start focusing on other tasks and jobs. Because the reality is I wear about 20 to 50 different hats on any given day. And me trying to reduce that is not only going to make the business more stable, but it will make it so that it's more stable for everyone else that works here and depends on this for their income. Now, I tell you all of this in hopes that it helps you. It has significantly helped me and has changed the trajectory of my business by actually paying attention to customers, where they are, how frequently I've talked to them and used them. I really like the power and automation of GHL because it allows me to do a lot more things. Like I can track the revenue, I can track how many orders, I can send automated thank yous, do automated follow up. I can do bulk campaigns. My phone system's through them. We have desk phones now. They just incorporated that. I spent a ton of time getting it set up through Twilio, and then they released the feature. So they're constantly working on that. They've got reputation management. So I love GHL. You're welcome to try it. I do have my referral link down in the description. But for me, I use it for my main business. I use it for bulk laser. I use it for Penn City. I really like it and enjoy it. And I just recommend that you at least start understanding your customers. It's kind of like understanding your finances. The more you track, monitor, and understand it, the better you will be at making decisions around it. Highly suggest doing something. Let me know down in the comments what you guys are doing and hope you're successful. We'll see you in the next one.